she uses.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And Crystal, who do we have in the studio today?
We have one of RBD's, Recycling Black Dollars, lifetime member.
All right.
And she's been involved and supportive of RBD for a very long time. So we're very happy to have her as a lifetime member.
That's amazing.
And she's also, she's just become a published author.
Oh, wow.
And so, and then she has oils that she creates, and she has one called Obama oil. Now, when I first met her about 10 years ago, I guess, it's been about 10 years. That's how long I've been around RBD, and been in the capacity I've been. She was Miss Obama. She has a jacket that's Miss Obama. So, of course, that was when, and then she has her oil. So we're going to have her tell us about this relationship she has with Barack Obama. and I've learned some interesting new things about her as of late. And she's an amazing mom and grandmom. Her little baby girl, grandbaby, has been growing up with RBD. How old is she now?
5.
She's 5, so she's been coming since she was she's been coming to the breakfast mixer since she was born.
That's amazing.
So we are very happy you here. Hyacinth is Hyacinth McLeod, and what's the name of your book?
Oh, the name of my book is Entrepreneurial Women of Faith. Sharing our anchor scriptures, sharing the scriptures we use to keep us anchored to, focus on, and motivated in our businesses.
Okay, and I see Miss Deborah Thorne wrote the foreword.
Amen.
All right.
I've known her over 30 years.
You're right, because Deborah's been out there as the informational diva for a while.
So, yeah, I'm on page 58 through 60.
Excellent.
And my favorite scripture is found in 1 Thessalonians 5:18, and it would be, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you," because gratitude is my savior.
Okay, fantastic.
Well, Miss Hyacinth McLeod, welcome to the Business Zone.
Thank you so much.
So now that I know your mom is Jamaican, that explains a lot about
all those jobs.
Yeah, that explains a whole lot about you.
She had about 10 jobs, right?
That's right.
But she's always got her little thing, but she's such a pleasant person. But I just learned that you do also a hospice.
I'm a Christian Science nurse.
Okay.
I am actually a lifelong Christian Scientist. And Christian Science is a religion that was founded by a woman named Mary Baker Eddy in 1866, not to be confused with Scientology.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is a Bible-based religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm very grateful to have been raised this way. My mother actually went to the only Christian Science church in Jamaica, in Kingston, And
which one is that?
There's only one. It's on Green Street somewhere in Kingston.
Downtown?
Downtown. I think it's downtown because I did visit it one time.
Oh, okay.
And in Christian Science, you go to Sunday school until you're 20. And I'm just so grateful. I've never met anyone that is seeking for the deep, profound understanding of what it means to be made in the image and likeness of God the way Christian Science has taught me to understand
That's
that.
amazing.
Okay.
Very, very grateful. So a Christian Science nurse, which is what I've been, it'll be 10 years on February 9th of next year, is a person that cares for someone, and the only treatment that they use is prayer. It's essentially the way Jesus healed.
Yeah, I know of that.
Yeah, because the way Jesus
They've done
healed...
that in my mom's church, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The way Jesus healed is he saw people the way God saw them. And there's no better way to bring wholeness to someone than to do that. And it's profound spiritual Christly love. So this is what I do. I mean, this is work. You know, I mean, I get paid to love my fellow brothers and sisters.
That's good.
That's phenomenal.
And it is. And it's very self-fulfilling and self-preserving because I have to think that way takes care of me too.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it helps you see the good in the people.
Exactly.
Because in today's world, sometimes you're like, okay, you got to really think about the good about people. And I know Hyacinth is always in an amazing mood, and so now that explains a lot.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. I told somebody today, it seems like God is getting better, but that can't be the case. I must be getting more and more out of the way so I can really reap the blessings and know. I mean, I've had this understanding of myself ever since I could form thoughts and words. And I'm so grateful to my grandmother, actually, who was introduced to Christian Science by a Jewish woman.
Oh.
Yeah, she had an enlarged heart. She was diagnosed here in America. And she was working for this Jewish woman at the Park Sheraton Hotel in Manhattan. And the lady told her, that my grandmother was so cute, she cannot remember the lady's name. She never could. But she said, this lady told her, Doris was my grandmother, she said, your health is interfering a little bit with the work, and I would like for you to go and see a Christian Science practitioner who is a person that devotes their life to helping turning people's thoughts back to God. Whatever the dis-ease is, and that word dis-ease means lack of ease, not always physical.
Right.
It could be financial, relationship,
I like
whatever
that.
is causing the disharmony. So she, and my grandmother was very foreign to America, very thick Jamaican accent, not in good health, and this lady is telling her to go see these people. At first, it didn't fly so well. So about 3 weeks later, the lady actually said, Doris, unless you do something, I may not be able to have you come back, because her health was interfering with her work. And the lady, my grandmother, said she could not afford to give up the friendship, much less the job.
Yeah.
So she said, what does she have to lose?
Yeah.
When she came back to this woman's house to work, I never forget this conversation with my grandmother. She said she did not utter a syllable. When the lady saw her at the door, she said, Doris, this is you, because she had seen a completely healed person. So then the ripple effect, my grandmother now writes back to my great-grandmother, who was taking care of my mother and her two brothers, saying she's found this new way of thinking. And Christian Science healing is far more than just a physical healing. It's a transform of mind.
Well.
So she writes back, and they start going to Sunday school in Jamaica at the one church. And then when my grandparents can make things well enough for the kids to come up, they come up to the Christian Science Church in Harlem and start going to Sunday school. I must tell you, my mother still is very active in that church that she came up to at 13 to this day. As a matter of fact, I told you she's coming on Tuesday from New York. We have to have her just around her church schedule. Only 2 Sundays will she miss to get back to that church in New York. That's how, I'm telling you.
Really?
That's how dedicated. She holds a position, has held that position for 20 years at that church. You're only supposed to have it for 3 years, the dedication.
Right.
But, it makes, she's so wonderful.
That's
Thank
amazing.
You. Thank you,
That's
God.
wonderful.
So how do you incorporate your oils into
Actually,
Christian Science?
It gets, one day I was at Broadview. Broadview is where I work. It's in Montecito Heights, just off of the 110 freeway, Avenue 43 exit. I walked by, and one of the other nurses said, I need some orange oil. And I said, I have orange oil. And I didn't know how the oils could work. Well, what we do is we call it cleansing and bandaging, because I tell you guys, I see things that I really have to unsee, because if I got drawn into that mental picture or material picture, I could not do the work. But we're taught to look away from the body, as the Bible tells us. So we do cleansing and bandaging on areas of the body that need to be cleansed and bandaged every day. So sometimes there's a very odorous result, and the oil defrays the odor. So I was so grateful for my fragrance oil business to come and be a part of this
work.
Wow. Yeah, it was really a blessing.
That's amazing.
So how did you get into the oils?
The oils. Oh, that's the story. Now, that goes back to my mom. She found a fragrance called Ombre Rose in the oil form.
Okay.
And she really, she had liked the fragrance in the spray. But when she found it in the oil, she said, that's really good, because it's really authentic. And it's actually better for you because you don't have all the alcohol and chemicals that the sprays have. So she said, if I like that, a lot of people will like that. And she did some research, and she's so clever. With her daughter's name being Hyacinth, she named the business Higher Sense Fragrance Oils.
Higher Sense. I like that.
She is quite the genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something you and your mom started.
My mother actually started it. But then she had to go back to New York to take care of those dear parents who were of hers that were married for 63 years.
Wow.
He lived to be 103, and she was 89. And I'm telling you, my mother must sleep very well every night because she took care of her parents to their last breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's actually a Christian Science nurse.
So
also.
then do you have family still in Jamaica, or did everybody
Not
migrate?
in Jamaica. Everybody's either passed on or migrated. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, my mother will be 80 on August 10th.
Oh, wow.
She's a salsa dancer.
Oh, yeah.
And is there a picture I can show?
Yeah, wow. She
Yeah.
doesn't look 80. Wow.
She's a salsa dancer.
Right to the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. This is Hyacinth's parent, mom, and her family. Your mom is beautiful.
Oh, she is inside and out. And my plan, with God's will, is to celebrate her in Jamaica in August for her
Okay.
80th birthday. Yeah.
So
Now,
her
when
birthday's in August, huh?
August
So when did
10th.
she come to America?
Oh, wow. When did she come originally?
Yeah.
That was when she was a teenager at the time that my grandparents
Oh, okay.
made it well enough for her to come up to Harlem. And that's where she... That's
But
where
you
she
were
still-
born here.
I was born in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. I mean, in the United States.
Yeah, the United States.
Okay.
Okay. I have visited Jamaica, and I love it. I could be there right now, anytime. And I told you, I have a daughter that sort of looks like a Marley. I never wanted her to go by herself because that little free spirit she has and that look. I was like, they're going to scoop you up over there. But we did actually go on a cruise May 8th of 2017. We climbed Dunn's River Falls together.
No, I love Dunn's
And
River.
before I had my daughter, climbing Dunn's River Falls was the most amazing thing I had ever done. My mother took me when I graduated from high school.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how progressive is the business, the oil business for you?
Well, I have to tell you, I work 40 plus hours a week. As a matter of fact, they called me in today because somebody called off, which I have never done, not one time in what's going to be 10 years in February. They know when I'm on the schedule. They don't have to look for me.
Right.
They often call me when I'm not on the schedule.
Yeah, because you're
But,
the
But
I'm very
today-
dependable. No, couldn't do it today. Yep, I had a prior commitment.
I appreciate you making us a priority.
Yes.
Well, she's been working her way here for a little while.
Yeah,
and she
yeah, that's
finally
right.
came and I'm ready to come.
Yeah, this
So,
was definitely overdue, and I'm
good.
so grateful to be here.
So let's talk about the Obama oil.
Okay, the Obama oil. Well, I first must tell you, especially even after hearing this wonderful First Lady Michelle Obama speak and write that book, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the moment that I actually had with my president. The
Yeah.
only
She
person-
actually had her relationship with Barack Obama.
Where and when did you meet him?
I met him in November of 2006, actually before he held the title of president, at the NAACP Image Awards in Pasadena.
So this is a selfie?
No, it's not a selfie. Someone took it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and like I said, as I live and hear and experience what we're experiencing now, I'll tell you, I actually met that one too. But because of the way he performed the day I met him, we didn't want to be on film, on a camera picture with him. I was with a friend of mine that happens to live from a wheelchair who has since passed on. And upon approaching him, my friend would tell me he wants to talk to whoever. So he said he wanted to talk to Mr. Trump. We walked up and he looked down and he said, "What's wrong with him?" I said, "Nothing is wrong with him. He has a radio program." Oh, everybody has a radio program. We just wanted to disappear from him. So that's the only reason that I don't also have a picture with
So
whatever.
he has bad energy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and he's been consistent. And I couldn't understand why I was so affected by the outcome of that election.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that experience
A lot of
because
people-
I had my own personal experience.
So you knew him for the
Yes.
real, because you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
met him.
And
Yeah.
he, this man is in a wheelchair, so he just assumed something was wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong is the
Yeah.
word that he used. I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, he doesn't have any sympathy for anyone that's afflicted with anything. He equates that to failure. As when he talked to Senator McCain, that he was captured, so therefore you have to be a failure. I don't know what kind of warped thinking, and it probably, obviously, our mindset and our thought processes come from our parents.
Yeah.
So obviously that's from his parent. And I do remember hearing that his mother was very cold and verbally abusive.
Oh,
so I
okay.
guess that's probably where it came from.
That explains a little bit, at least,
Yeah,
right?
but that doesn't mean you
Yeah.
got to still embrace it.
Exactly.
Because his
Get
behavior
over
is
it.
just... Because you still, as an adult... I was listening to somebody and somebody he was asking him, and this was recently.
Yeah.
And so he was asking the person, and he said, so he needed him to do something, and he went on to explain and why he was this person because of how he was raised. So he says, so how old are you?
Oh, really?
And he said he was 26, 27. He said, well, get over it.
Exactly.
Because at this point, you're no longer a child, and whatever experiences you had with your parents are in the past. So now you have the capacity to change who you are. So get over that and move on. And I was like, well, there you have it.
Thank
because
you.
you do, as an adult, as a person, you can work through anything.
And how dare you think you could run a country being that way?
Because you're egotistical and,
Oh, my goodness.
and narcissistic and all that sort of stuff. So
We'll find out in a few months.
you're waiting, huh?
Exactly.
Right now, all hell is breaking
After
loose.
Cohen.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. It would be amazing. It's amazing that every aspect from everything, you got like 19 fences closing in on you.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely like, wow.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So
the Obama
with the
oil.
Obama oil, sort of the same way that Ombre Rose came to my mom, this oil was presented to me with this name, and I'm like, well, we all love that name, and that smells really good too.
Yeah.
So I ran with it, and I had the little story of meeting him to add to it, and it has really affected my human experience in a way that I can't even tell
That's
you.
great. That
I
is
mean,
great.
it's so well received,
Yeah.
and I just like I said, Michelle Obama was at the forum on my birthday,
Really?
November 15th, like
Really?
literally around the corner from my
okay.
house.
Were you able to go?
I was not able to go, but look how good God is. My mother and I joked about how they're watching just Michelle on the monitors the same time, Thursday, 8 p.m. Guess what's on OWN? Oprah and Michelle. I said, I got both of them. They only got Michelle at the forum.
so you
And
watched
it was so wonderful. But then I got snatched away to my favorite restaurant in Beverly Hills, which just happens to be called Gratitude.
Oh, yeah?
And that was amazing. Yeah, I love that restaurant.
So knowing her,
Yeah.
she will meet Michelle
Yeah.
at some point in time.
Actually, and the reason I was okay with it, too, because I did see her when she came to the shrine on May 5th.
Okay.
So I haven't been one-on-one yet, but that's coming,
It's
like
coming.
you said.
That,
Yeah.
that will happen for her because she seems to be always in the right
In the
places
right
at the right
place.
time.
So I have another question
Oh,
for you.
anything.
Do you have any family members who live or lived in New Jersey?
New Jersey. Mantle,
Like
the Mantle.
Burlington, New Jersey or something?
That are with the last name, you mean?
McLeod, yeah. Hyacinth McLeod.
Spelled that way? McLeod?
Hyacinth McLeod.
You know another Hyacinth McLeod?
Yeah.
No. What are the chances of that?
Yes.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I must meet her.
And she has 2 daughters. Remember
No.
I told you about
Really?
Wait, the person's name is Hyacinth McLead?
And she has 2 daughters.
And her name, her last
one
name
of them
is...
looks just like
No,
you.
this is a divine intervention here. I mean, both
Remember?
of those names are so
We
unusual.
were just talking about this
Yeah.
a few nights ago.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do. Wow.
So, Gilbert, I must ask you, her last name is spelled... I know Hyacinth is spelled the same because we're
Yeah.
named after the flower.
Same
but her
way.
last name... Okay.
McLeod.
Now, I mean, I wanted to meet all the Hyacinths in the
Yes.
world, but I have to meet the Hyacinth McLeod.
It's been a long time since I've seen her. I've seen her in 1986.
Now, is she also Jamaican? Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Most
and
of the
she
Hyacinths
kind of looks
are.
like your mom too, so that's why
Oh,
I'm saying,
my
I'm asking.
gosh.
Do you have a family member?
Is she on Facebook? I mean, let's
I
start
don't
there.
know, because after 1986, I haven't really had any contact with her.
That is so
Well, isn't that
She has
ironic?
2 daughters, and one of them look just like
What?
Yeah.
That is well. My mom had a daughter and a son, and we both lost sons. I think I put that in
Yeah,
my
you did.
bio.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah. My mother's was so much more tragic. Oh my gosh! When I was 6 months old in the Bronx, I was upstairs with the babysitter, and my mom had gone maybe to the unemployment office, somewhere very innocent. And she came back in a taxi, and she asked the taxi driver to make a U-turn to avoid what happened. I just found out recently that the taxi driver wasn't either able or willing to make the U-turn. And my 3.5-year-old brother, Tony, saw my mother in the taxi, ran out in the street, and was killed instantly by a car.
Your brother?
My brother.
Wow.
Yeah. And, my mother is so gracious. You would never know anything like that ever happened to her. I mean,
Wow.
because, I still have my moments about my son, which I'll tell you about in a moment.
Yeah.
But, before she could even unlock the car door, it was all done.
Oh, wow.
And,
sorry to hear.
and her strength is just, I don't want to get my face wet here, but, so then fast forward December 9th of 1991, I'm working at UCLA, just came back from maternity leave, had my big bounce, and my ex-husband was 6'7", he's passed on too, 6'7", 250 pounds, and I'm a good-sized girl. We have this huge, adorable son. And I'm working at UCLA in the School of Nursing, interestingly enough. And I was working in the Office for Protection of Human Research, and I worked for the non-medical research projects. Just came out of a meeting, my first meeting back to work, and I get a call from the babysitter. And my friend Sharon had transferred the call, but when she transferred the call, she said, uh-oh, it's the babysitter. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with it being the babysitter? The babysitter was screaming in hysterics because apparently the baby, it was a SIDS. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's nothing I can't sustain.
Yeah, after that,
the loss of a child is just that thing that you just, and then people don't know what to say. They come up and they say, oh, I understand. Exactly. And I ask them, oh, really? When did you lose your child? Right. And I don't, not in a mean way, but just because you really don't, unless you have. Right. And the strength, they say if it doesn't make you stronger, if it doesn't kill you, to make you stronger.
It shapes your life.
I am the female version of Hercules right here, okay? And then my mother is the president of that company.
She's the queen.
The queen,
they call her Xena, the princess warrior.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm so grateful for my faith. And, I'm a woman of acronyms. And I love friendship. The book that I actually write will be about friendship. But the acronym for faith that was revealed to me by God is friends are instrumental to healing.
I love that.
I do too.
That.
Thank you. Because it is. I got goosebumps.
Wow. Yeah, they are.
Because it's so true. Friends are instrumental to healing. And then I also want to tell you about the book that I will be writing on friendship. It's going to be at least 11 titles, but the 10 of them will be qualities of friendship that actually spell out the word friendship.
Oh, wow.
So like the F will be forgiveness, probably the most important one. The R will be respect. The I will be integrity. The E will be endurance. The N will be nurturing. The D will be dependability. The S will be sincerity.
You speak, girl.
The H will be honesty. The other I will be inspiration. And the P will be patience.
Oh, I love
and
that.
then in the patience, I will segue. I love plays on words. I was actually a contestant on Wheel of Fortune when I was expecting Jasmine.
Oh, okay.
I've always been.
With that being said, hold that thought.
Okay.
Don't forget what you're saying.
Sure, thank you.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come right back, and we really want to hear that.
Oh, sure.
So you're listening to the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Gilbert Buchanan, and
Hyacinth McLeod,
our very special guest, the second one.
and you guys are going to find out whatever that mystery is, right?
So let's take a break.
Okay.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
Bringing you your Get Up and Move exercise of the week, squat heel claps. Ladies, if you want to tighten and tone your lower body, this is it. Very powerful, explosive exercise. Working our hamstrings, our quad, our glutes, our side abductors, your entire lower body. Starting with the feet shoulder apart, we're going to sit back into our heels, powering out to a jump, clapping your heels back down in starting position. There you have it, squat heel claps. Now for more exclusive Get Up and Move exercises, visit getuperica.com and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. See you on Monday.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Krista,
Hyacinth McLeod,
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And we were having a wonderful conversation here with Miss McLeod, my Jamaican paisano.
I'm a yachty.
She's a yachty, just like I'm one. So we were learning some amazing things here about some of the oils that she produced within her business. So, tell us a little bit more about that.
I was actually just telling you about the book on friendship and how ever since I can remember, I loved learning the English language and the correct use of it and words and ebonics or whatever it hits my ears like, whoa. Yeah. So, I was saying about my book on friendship, that is the acronym for friendship. And friendship is probably, other than God's protection of us, is probably one of the more special gifts that I appreciate from God. And that was the segue into my newest business, which is called Friendship Frames. And I don't know if you all know, but the yellow rose is a symbol of friendship. And that's why this is called Friendship Frames, because they all have a yellow rose. And then a friendship frame involves you giving me a name and I give you a frame. So in this case, we have Angela, and it tells you the origin of the name, the meaning of the name, and a beautiful paragraph about the person. And in the stem, it says Love Hyacinth. That would be the receiver, the giver's beautiful name. So I don't know if you're going to put that.
Yeah, I've actually had, I did it from someone else. See, so I don't have the Love Hyacinth part, but I do have my name. I haven't given
you a yellow rose yet.
Yeah, you haven't, for friendship.
See, it's very difficult for me to really call someone friend until I feel like they they've proven themselves in a certain way.
Okay.
And I can certainly say Crystal Mitchell is a friend, a true friend.
Oh, that's beautiful. I can say that. I second that thought.
So it's amazing. So I owe her a yellow rose.
Oh, that's
very nice. And friendship is very important to me. Through probably, as you said, as you recited what the acronym of friendship means, those qualities. I have 5 friends, 6, actually there's 7 of us, but there are 5 of us, 5 that are intimately still very close to me, and we talk and interact on a regular basis.
Okay.
And through whatever life challenges that I've gone through, they have been there, and that's my female friends. But then I have a core of male friends that also have been there that I can truly call my friends. I've been very, very blessed with some incredible people, and God gives you certain spirit to be able to discern who are the people that you bring into your life. And so if they were not right to be in that space, then God took them away immediately before they could create any harm to me as a person. And so a friendship is very important. I think that's an amazing book to be written. Because so many people don't recognize the value of having lifelong friends, and that in some cases, that's even better than family, right? Because friends, friends are. They go through different things with you without judgment.
Exactly.
Right? And so when it comes down to, and I always say to people, when you're looking for your mate, that's what you want. You want someone who is a friend, because when you get past the lust and the attraction and all that sort of stuff, the core that will keep you together is the friendship, because you don't judge, you love in spite of, and you forgive unconditionally, and you forgive, so it helps you get over that stuff and get through that stuff. So when you look at people that have been with each other for 50, 20, 50, 60, 70, 80.
They have to be friends.
They have to be friends. Because
like the Bushes,
Yeah, right, exactly.
For 73 years.
And I was surprised that it even lasted this long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I just knew,
time.
I have friends, one of my friends, his grandparents had been married for over 50-something years. And when his grandfather died, he said that they couldn't even get back from the funeral. After she went to the funeral to send her husband away, she died that night.
Really?
Yeah, because she,
broken heart.
A broken heart. So I was very surprised that he even lasted, because 8 months after his wife. I just knew.
You're right. I was thinking he would have been gone like
when he went in the hospital afterwards. I just okay, he's on his way out.
Just like that lady, what's the actress? What's her name from Star Trek? And her Debbie Reynolds. And
yeah.
Oh, right, Carrie Fisher.
Her daughter died like 3 days before, and then she died 3 days after.
Right. In fact, Muhammad Nasruddin, he was very, very close to his mother. Her name is Amina. And so they talked every single day of his life. And that was the first call that either one of them got. And so when Muhammad died, he died in his office. They had the service, and I was there. And Jackie is very close to the family, right? So Jackie said that she was talking, and Amina gave the eulogy. And his mom. So when she got up to speak, she spoke so well about her son that Pastor, because this was at Crenshaw, he was eulogized at Crenshaw. So Dr. Price got up and said, well, there's nothing else for me to say. His mother then said everything. And she was saying her son knew that I could not have survived if my son wouldn't have survived if I went before him. Wow. And so she said, so God knows what he's doing. She did this. She was healthy. She was like us right here. And so not feeble, not anything. That night, Jackie said when they got home from the funeral, she said she wanted some ice cream. So Jackie went to get ice cream before she could get back.
Same night.
The mom died.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so the funeral for Amina was like next week.
Next week, wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I have the patients that I care for. There's one patient that has a set of cousins that visit her like every other Sunday. They just celebrated 71 years of marriage on October 10th of this year. So when I found out I said, may I please ask to what you owe this? And they said they have similar values.
Yeah.
They were similar upbringings. They met in elementary school. They're so adorable.
I would like something like that.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I would like that.
That is.
I want to have a friend for life, like
Exactly.
like penguins.
Yeah, they mate for life.
Okay.
If one of them dies, that's it.
There they go.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And I think, and so when you, I guess it's all in the selection process, right? So my mentality or my philosophy is, so I meet you as a friend, and so the same, because you hold your friends in a higher standard than you do your mates, right? So when you're seeking out friends, you're looking at a whole picture to see how they implement and how you connect with them. Then you introduce them to your friends and how they all come together, because that's your other family, right? And so then when they mesh like that, then you're like, okay, but we don't do that with mates, right? We meet on some other kind of plane.
we get on a fast track. we get on a fast track,
right? And you never, the friendship never.
We bypass a friendship path and just fast track all these things.
All those things.
And then
I've been blessed. Oh, I have to tell you this. My grandmother, I guess she was aware of my love for words and puzzles and stuff. And I'll never forget her telling me this cute riddle. She said, "What is the best vitamin for friendship?" Now, think about, in answering or guessing, think about how vitamins are written. I'll give you a hint, usually with a letter and a number. And again, it's what's the best vitamin for friendship? I'm just going to tell you, it's so cute. B1.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
So cute. And she was so excited to tell me the little punchline.
Yeah, B1.
I was thinking V or something like that.
No,
But
B1.
But you know, it's so true.
Yeah,
It's so true. And it's something about that reflection.
Yeah.
You'll attract the kind of friend that you are.
And we'll look at Barack and Michelle.
Yeah, did you see that movie?
I did.
That
And
movie
even
was
just
great.
when you look at when they're interacting with each other, when we 8 years of watching them interact, he still looks at her the exact same way he looked at her in that movie when he first. Like he is just mesmerized by it, and he's looking at the words coming out her mouth, and he's just like hanging on every word.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I saw something very funny on Facebook. I don't know if you guys saw it. It showed the four. It showed Barack, Michelle, Bill Clinton, and Hillary at the Bush's funeral, and it showed captions above each of them.
Yes, I saw that.
I didn't see
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, it was awesome.
It was so
It was
funny.
like they said the bubbles over their head like cartoons.
Barack said, honey, you better watch out. And Michelle's like, it's getting ready to go down.
and Bill was over there going, he gonna knock him out.
She said, Hill, you better not do it. And Hillary said, I got my blade. Here we go.
It was
so funny.
Right. But look at that. So that right there's an example. Rosalind and Jimmy Carter and their connection.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, even whatever they did, him and Hillary. Yeah. So and I read Hillary's a story on she was raised to be exactly what she is. And then when she met Bill, very different than, because she was raised very conservative and wealthy parents and so forth, and Bill was just Bill, right? But there was a connection there. That's a basic, and it's a basic connection. But you look at them and how through all whatever they've been through, they've managed to create whatever they have, and then you see the relationship with Michelle and with Michelle, even Bush and his wife Laura.
Yeah.
So when you look at that span of all of those presidents, and then you look at Trump and that one, and you know that they were never, ever, ever, ever. And I think he was behaving that way because he knew he was a fraud. Yeah. That I'm not supposed to be here.
He felt out of place.
He felt I am not supposed to be here. It's like going to a wedding dressed in jeans.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. So he knows that because he don't have that. They don't have that at all. But friendship is very important, and I think that will be an amazing.
Oh, it's coming,
book.
And thank God for friends like Deborah Thorne. And I'm going to tell you this joke. I met her over 30 years ago. Our Our kids went to the Culver City YMCA
Oh,
together.
really?
Oh, yeah. That's
Okay.
my girl. And, you know, her last name is Thorn.
Uh-huh.
Now, here I am with this flower name. And
Oh,
the way
wow.
I-
Hyacinth and Thorn.
the way our relationship started, I figured this lady is just going to live out her last name in my life because it wasn't so smooth.
Right, exactly.
Fast forward 30 years, this woman, I'm going to tell you something. Speaking about relationships, my birthday was November 15th, and I had breakfast with a friend of mine. I had just released my car. I didn't realize the stress agent that my car was.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, I'm getting rid of all of them.
Uh-huh.
This man is someone that we thought it was going to be like forever, and we are the best of friends. I just left him before I came to the studio. I kid you not. November 16th, I got a text from Deborah Thorne about this book project. And do you see the book is here?
Yeah.
That's how soon. She wants to demystify the thought that it takes so long to get a book published.
Yeah, she has a 60-day
she
thing.
is going to help me with my friendship book because I saw it happen.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, it was amazing. And then I was available.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have been so available
Right.
unless I
Yeah.
let go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
right,
we have
exactly.
to clear our thoughts so we can let the good ideas from God manifest in our lives.
So 2 things.
Yes.
One, how much do you sell those friendship frames
The
for?
friendship frames are $20.
Okay,
And
and-
they're priceless.
And they are. And 2, how do I get you to do one of those for me? And I guess you'll use the name Gilbert, right? So you're going to have
I
to
think
research
I have
it.
all the information that I need.
You think so? You've done research? You have?
I think I have all I need
Really?
right now. Really.
Oh, now I'm anxious now. I want to know. Because I've done some research on my name Gilbert as well, and I kind of find out some things about what Gilbert means, which I'm very pleased about. I think that's probably why I'm so helpful to people.
Oh, okay.
But I want to see what you have.
Okay.
So
well,
I
give me a
can't
little
wait.
time, a very little time.
Okay.
And I will get that to you.
All right.
All
I'll give you my
right.
card
Look
right
at
after this show.
Look at that.
I can't wait.
So, you know, Deborah and I are writing a book together. Or
Oh.
actually, we're going to start doing blog posts. And it's called What the Hell Were You Thinking? Because of all the stuff that's been
Yeah.
going on.
Oh,
So you've met Deborah. She was here on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's we're going to do. But I didn't know you guys had such a close
Oh
relationship.
yeah, that's my girl. And then her mother. If this is not full circle, nothing is. Her mother, who she just lost, her name is Samantha. That is my granddaughter's name.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
You guys are connected in a lot of
How
ways.
many Samanthaas? You know, a while ago that was
Yeah.
her mother's name.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And I have Samantha Rose, and you may notice the floral mention of our names.
Yeah.
My mother's name is actually Norma Hyacinth McLeod. So she actually intended to name me Deborah Hyacinth McLeod.
Yeah.
I was at a meeting this morning for Black Women for Wellness. They're sisters at 8. And I saw one of my faces like, hi, Debbie, because that was my name for 30 years.
Oh.
Because on my birth certificate in Jacoby Hospital, they left Hyacinth off. No, they left Deborah off.
off and left.
So my birth certificate reads Hyacinth McLeod, although my mother intended my name to be Deborah Hyacinth McLeod.
Wow.
So I go to, Culver City is my home. That's
Yeah.
where I really grew
Yeah.
up. So at 16, I go to the Culver City DMV to get my driver's license, and you have to take your birth certificate
Right.
when you go for the first time.
Right.
I'm trying to convince this lady at the Culver
That
City
your name
DMV
is Debbie.
that my name is
And
Debbie because
they're
she's
good.
looking at my birth certificate. I call my mother at work. I'm like, what's wrong with my birth certificate?
Yeah.
We had never had a reason to pull it out before then.
Right.
So I went 14 more years as Debbie.
Yeah.
On my 30th birthday, I said, okay, it's time for this garden to grow.
Yeah.
I already had Jasmine,
Yeah.
and I literally just had to start introducing myself as Hyacinth.
Hyacinth.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
I could write a book about being named Hyacinth.
That's amazing.
Alone,
That's
because it
amazing.
has been very interesting.
Well, then that's your
amazing.
third.
No, exactly.
Look at that. She already got 2 books,
I
and we
know.
only got the first
I
one.
know.
We got to do better, dude. We got to do
I
better.
know. Well, now that we have her in our circle, then
Oh, yeah, I'm
she
here.
will probably
You're gonna have a hard
motivate
time
and
getting rid of
inspire
me.
us.
Right,
Did
exactly.
you get a chance to show the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the book is called Sharing Our Anchor Scriptures, and it's Entrepreneur Women of Faith. And
I'm on page 58
and she's
through
on
60.
58 to 60. So how do they oh, I know, Kim. Do I know Ken Blackwell? Yeah, I think I know Ken Blackwell.
Oh, okay.
Let me see who else in this book that I know.
There's one of my sorors there I must mention. I'm a very grateful member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
yeah.
Okay. All righty. Well, I know you. I know Jovita Jenkins. I know Joy Abram.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Kim Blackwell.
And Deborah's there also.
And Deborah's there.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I know. Look at that. I know a lot of people.
You
Very
probably know
cool.
more of those people.
Yeah, so this
You
is the
look
book,
at it long
everyone.
enough.
And so, Hyacinth, how do you buy this book?
You call Hyacinth at area code 323-421-0345.
Let's repeat it.
Area code 323-421-0345.
Beautiful.
All righty.
Beautiful.
So, Hyacinth, I'm going to get you into our digital marketing classes that we have so that you can create
Yes.
passive income.
Yes.
Was a guy that we've been doing these classes for 8 weeks.
Oh, great.
And so, and it's really a great place for authors to
great.
expand their audience so that you can sell more books.
Oh, okay.
And at the same time, while you're on your journey to write your next book,
My next book.
you can be blogging about it and earn income, passive income, while you're doing that.
Sounds
So,
wonderful.
make sure-
Especially with what she does, it's just phenomenal.
It would be fun. Just your history,
Yeah.
your stories,
Your stories.
Yeah, that.
See, you have something that a lot of other people don't have. You have stories.
Oh, my God.
Some people don't even have one story.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've actually met someone that
They
don't
don't.
realize.
They don't
that
realize they
has
have
a story.
stories.
Regarding
Everyone
their
has
business,
a
every
story.
entrepreneur should have a story.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, you ask them, what's your story? They can't
And they,
tell you.
wow.
Yeah.
And even worse than that, you ask people what is special about them. What was the gift that God gave them? And they have they'll go, I'm not anything special. Yeah, you are something special in so many ways. So many ways. But and then I'll go, no, that's not true.
Exactly.
Because I know who they are. And
Right.
sometimes that's why friends are important, right? No, you are. And let me tell you why you're
About
special. Let
yourself,
me tell you
right.
something about. But I guess some of us weren't raised to see how special, to know how special we
are.
were. And so
That brings me to something else I should mention. Two things, actually.
Okay.
I love to write letters. Nobody writes letters anymore.
No.
true.
I will put a stamp on a mail and decorate my envelopes and be elated. So I thought, we have this black princess, this real black princess in Meghan Markle,
Yeah.
So this would be a perfect time to launch my Pen Pal Princesses. This is the name of the mentoring program because
Right.
one of my favorite things to do is to mentor young women,
Right.
especially women of color.
Right.
So in Pen Pal Princesses, not only will it encourage them to write letters, which some would never if they weren't a part of this program, because, who's writing letters anymore?
Right.
right.
Exactly.
Then it'll bring out the qualities of the pal is synonymous with friendship. It'll bring out the qualities of friendship. And then princesses will not only bring out the qualities and let them know that they own right now the qualities of a princess, but let them know that they too could be this princess that we have. And the other program that I've just gotten confirmed at Crenshaw High, Senior to Senior, another play on words. I want to bring senior citizens
With
together with high
senior.
school
Yeah,
seniors.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be fantastic.
And it's senior two with a heart and a two with a heart
Oh,
around
wow.
the two.
That's
and
amazing.
the lady just told me we want this, and
Yeah.
it's going to start in January.
And so that's where the digital marketing will come in. That could be,
okay.
both of those could be your blogs.
Oh, great! Okay,
And then you are expanding that around the world.
Yeah.
And at the same time, creating passive revenue, either for the program,
Right.
For yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of money that is actually generated is enough to share all through whatever you're doing.
Sure.
But that would be an excellent thing for you to do.
yeah, because there's a senior center and a high school in every city in the world.
Yes.
Now, since we're on an international airwave here,
Okay.
your original ideas, if I were you, I would kind of hold on
Oh,
to those
okay.
and not
Be
broadcast
careful,
it.
right.
Because you don't want to see this pop up
Well,
somewhere and you go, that's my
that was
idea.
mine. Right.
Because what you just mentioned is pretty easy to
Sure.
create.
Yeah.
So I can see someone with
Or
that.
go get my patent.
That's
or
what
Yeah,
I'm
go
talking
get your
about.
whole, get your domain
let's get it
name,
trademarked.
get it,
You see what I
claim
mean?
it,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
that both of them are
So
yours.
I wouldn't share too much more about this
Okay,
on the
I
air
appreciate that
because
advice.
this is a video as well, so it's going to be up on YouTube.
Okay.
So a lot of viewers are going to go there and they're going to. That's a great idea. Let me do it. I'm in England, but she's in the U.S.
Right.
Let me do this. You see what I'm
So
saying?
that's why you got to get it in print.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'll send you some
Yeah.
information. And
Yeah.
so are you working on Wednesday evenings?
Oh my gosh, I work.
All the time.
And yeah, because we care for people. Holidays and weekends
Right.
mean
Okay.
nothing to
Right.
us.
So I'm going to
So-
send you some information on what that looks
So
like.
it's that 8-week course?
It's actually ongoing. You just pop in when you want to pop
And it's
in
Wednesday at what time?
from 5:30 to 7:30.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
so-
going to pop in one of these.
Yeah, so
Wednesdays.
our last one for 2018 is next Wednesday.
Okay.
And then after that, we start back up again.
And what's the date next Wednesday?
I think it's
the
the
19th.
18th or the 19th.
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 I think it's the 19th. So
Okay.
you can check it out. It's not in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be a great way. That would be a great platform.
And
for
where is that meeting held?
you. At Los Angeles Urban League.
And is there a cost for that meeting?
Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh. It just amazes me
How much resources out
how
there?
much resource this one
Oh,
woman.
she's
right?
phenomenal. She's phenomenal.
And, and I would sit in these Recycling Black Dollars meetings and hear her share. I'm like, this is life-changing information.
Yeah, it
or,
is.
Even that one that has, the person that has the business thought brewing,
Yeah.
she can make it manifest with
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
And it was because of Crystal that I met, the first time I met Damon John.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, my mother, she's so cute. She had a little idea, so she was really excited to
Yeah.
meet him.
Yeah.
And we were at this Miller's.
Yeah, we went to the Miller
in
Coors.
Santa Monica.
Did you share it with him?
I don't think she had an opportunity. I mean,
Oh,
it was a
no.
very quick
I
meeting, but
know.
it was very sweet to have my mother meet
Yeah.
him. And then he did a book signing for his Rise and Grind.
Uh-huh.
And thanks to my daughter, she told me about the book signing at the Grove.
Yeah.
And I went with my friend.
Yeah,
and
because I sat on the panel the first year that
Yeah.
they did it out in Santa Monica. So you
Are
went.
they still doing that?
They did. I don't know what happened. Why I didn't get connected
They
this
told
year.
me I was too old.
Oh, yeah,
They
you are.
wanted it for 30 and under.
Yeah,
I'm going,
it used to be the year before you came. It
Yeah.
was every age.
Yeah.
But then they cut it off, and now they're looking for that millennial.
They wouldn't let me in. They
Yeah,
said
they
30 and under. I'm going, what?
Uh-oh.
But I'm just a little over 30.
Little over 30. Little over 30. But yeah, so it was a great experience.
Oh, my, look at
But
the
we're
time.
almost time. But I do
Yes.
want to let everybody know the Crenshaw, the second annual Crenshaw Christmas Ball is Saturday, December 15th.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. You
Like
come and get
tomorrow.
your
Is that
ticket.
the one you're going to be in?
Yeah.
That's like tomorrow.
That's like tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Is that
It's
the black
tomorrow.
Is that the black and white?
That is the one that Carly was there. It's actually not black and white, but it's dressy. And
Okay.
And so it's from 6 p.m. to 11. From 6 to somewhere at 7, we're going to perform one of our burlesque, very, very calm burlesque class.
Man, I totally forgot about it. I'm going to have to come support you, but yeah. I have some
And where's
stuff
that?
going on.
Okay.
Down here on
It's on Crenshaw at 5426 Crenshaw Boulevard. It's hosted by Crenshaw Yoga. I'm also part of the committee, the team. So after I leave here, I got to go to rehearsal. And then I got to go and we're decorating the studio. We're going to have
Is
great
there a
food.
cost to attend?
It's $25. I have tickets for $25. I think it's $35 at the door. And it's we're going to have entertainment, DJ. We're going to sing Christmas carols. There's going to be a performance. There's going to be someone that's singing, playing the piano, and
Wonderful.
a photo booth.
What time is it?
It's from 6 to 11.
To 11, right.
And Doolins has donated some of the food, and then we have this amazing chef. His name is Otley. I think Otley's also from Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
And Otley,
That's good food.
that was the food last year.
Yeah.
And so Otley is cooking as well. I mean, he's providing some food as well. We're going to have a fabulous time.
it sounds
Open bar.
wonderful.
Are you going to be able to make it?
I think I'm going to rearrange my schedule to
Okay.
do
Yeah,
just
you
that.
will have a great time. So those of you that are still interested in coming, you can get your tickets at Crenshaw CrenshawYogaAndDance.org, and you can do it online. For those that are sitting here at the table with me, you can get your ticket for me. And so come on out, guys. And we got a cute little number. We're doing Christmas carols. We're dancing to Christmas carols. And got our little Santa gloves and our little hat. And it's going to be fun. Our candy cane knee-high stockings with our fishnets.
Oh, good. Sounds like the place to be.
Yeah, it is going to be. So that's tomorrow evening from 6 to 11. And so we'd love to have you guys come out.
So that's the only event you've got to announce?
And then tomorrow morning for the little ones, my tennis pro club and also the nonprofit that we teach kids how to play tennis. We have from 10 o'clock tomorrow to 2 a fun day, our annual Christmas tennis day. And so the kids come out, they play tennis. Santa Claus is going to come. We have over 2,000 toys that we're giving out to kids. Is that
at Jim Gillian?
That's not at Jim Gillian. That's at Harvard Park, which is at 62nd and Halldale. Okay. And it's free to the public as well. So come out. The kids are going to have a fantastic time. We're expecting a couple of hundred children. And then we have all our adult volunteers. It's a fun day.
Well, we certainly want to thank our very special guest today, Miss Hyacinth McLeod. And she's my Jamaican counterpart. I just got to emphasize that.
You don't feel outnumbered now, huh?
In other words, she's a yachty. And she has some amazing product, the Obama oil. She also has the friendship frames that you guys can really check out. And this is phenomenal. Book. And her book. And you want to pitch the book a little bit one more time?
Again, the book is called Entrepreneurial Women of Faith, Sharing Our Anchor Scriptures, where we tell you which scripture gets us through our businesses, our days, and all the challenges.
Amazing. And she's going to make me a friendship frame also.
Absolutely.
The name Gilbert, and she's going to tell me how special and wonderful that is, and I can't wait for it.
Right.
So you've been listening to the Business Zone, and as you know, the Business Zone is on every Friday from 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And you can find us at morrismedialive.com and also
at our on Facebook, The Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. Also our YouTube channel. You can find us there. We're here again every Friday afternoon, and we broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube. And so this is the Christmas season, guys. So go out, have a good time, support a business owner that looks like you. And we got Kwanzaa coming up right behind Christmas. I don't think we have a show the day after Christmas, so I think next Friday.
I don't think so.
Is probably our show for the year, but we'll verify that. And then coming January, we're going to have a blog, so you will get us 24/7. So we got some other fantastic things that are going to start happening.
Could I just share a little local community blessing? On La Brea and Rodeo, there's a phallus, and I don't know who owns it, but I know that because they're closing on Monday, that's a blessing from God, what's going on in that store right now.
Okay.
80% off of everything. Nothing in the store.
Oh, costs. I was right next to Ralph's.
Yeah, right next to Ralph's on La Brea and Rodeo. I encourage, it's Christmas. I'm telling you, what's going on there is a blessing. God did that for those of us that know.
Okay.
And we kind of ran out of time today. We didn't have a chance to tell you guys how to plan and prepare your business for 2019. But in our next show next week.
Yeah, actually next week that's what we're going to do. I don't think we're going to have any guests.
So next week we're going to go into that. We're going to help you guys to prepare yourself, get business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready for 2019. So you've been on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Gilbert, and
Hyacinth McLeod.
And we're out.
We'll see you next week.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. Crystal Mitchell have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Got my capability statement, yes, I'm ready to go. Got my balance sheet, my P&L, my statement of cash flow. I'm a business